spiritually wise, I was lost. And I didn't know which direction I wanted to go, and I was more involved in where I was in life and my success at everything that I did. And one place, at this place though, was a little special to me, because this place taught me what it is to be able to work and be able to consider these people family, because I do consider these people in the sales department my family.
I started working at Mataga, Stockton on January 29th. I remember the date clear as day.
But if I had a bad day at work, I had a bad day here, it would show, because I cared too much about the things that really weren't as important in life that they really were.
Ever since I came here, I always felt this vibe that's everyone here is friendly, everyone here is loving, everyone here cares about each other, and I saw that right off the bat when I got here.
I still was not able to feel like there was something missing. I didn't know what was missing.
Pretty much when I got here and saw that, it made me wonder, because I always wanted to work in an environment like that. It made me wonder what I'm missing or what I could do to feel that way. Everyone here looks so happy, so.
It was last year, but it wasn't happening overnight. I could almost feel, I know the moment where I finally turned over, but it was a progression.
I would go to Greg and be like, man, I don't have my numbers up, I feel like I'm not doing good, I'm not selling any cars. He would always come out with some kind of positive response.
So I chose to walk a line. Not either here, not over there, just to avoid, the temptations that, the evil one will bring to you for being closer to God. That wasn't good enough anymore. That was not good enough, and I knew that I needed God in my life.
2 months ago now, about a month and a half or two, I was going through some issues at home.
Just a coworker, just like I was. We were equal in the positions. He was an internet manager, but when he was on the floor, he was just like I was.
The day that I did the sinner's prayer, that was the best day of my life. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that was the whole change of my life. I came up to Lathe, and I straight up told him, I need a prayer. And he looked at me, he was like, oh really? I was like, oh really? Let's go, man. He was, let's go. So I go with him, he walks me over to the Cadillac, and then we sit down in there, and he goes, are you ready for this? I'm looking at him like, ready for what? I just need a prayer. He goes, once you do this prayer, your life is gonna change. He goes, everything that you think is negative about your life, God is gonna show you that that's nothing, man.
When he's here, I used to feel like I'm at peace or calm. If I was restless for any reason, if there was something that was going on, he would just always seem to know what to say or had the right thing going, or just his attitude or his mood. But just being around the man when he was here, I felt safe. I felt protected. I felt calm. I felt at peace. And I couldn't explain it for so long. I could not explain it until finally somebody told me, oh, well, Greg's a pastor. Oh, well, that kind of makes all sense. Why didn't nobody tell me? And why? Because he wasn't trying to push religion or God on anybody. I made it a mission for me to find out where he was preaching at. It was through him. He always denies it. He says, no, there's only God. I go, yes, but through you, the tool. You were the tool that God finally was able to reach me.
So we're sitting in the Cadillac, and in the middle of that prayer, I was repeating everything he was saying. In the middle of that prayer, I felt like if someone was holding the back of my head, and it was so strong, like a warm, someone just holding your head, just telling me that everything's gonna be all right.
I seen the church that he was going to, and it was calling my name. And I want to say somewhere last year around August, I think it was, finally it broke to me, and I said, I need to go to church. And I never told him I was going to church. I never not mentioned a thing. I went myself, I investigated where he was preaching at, and I went.
That day I felt invincible. I felt and full of joy. I felt, what's the word? I felt found, if that makes sense. Like if I was lost and God found me,
But when I walked in there, I had my guard up. The first thing I was going to think of was I'm going to run to some hallelujahs, you know, that are going to make me feel uncomfortable and that are going to pressure me and they're going to tell me how bad I'm doing in life. And you know, they're going to scroll me. No, right when I walked in, the first person that greeted me was Carol. And Carol has not forgotten my name to this day.
At home, I find myself trying to do more positive things. Like I used to have a bad habit of going out, for example. Now I don't even have the urge to. It's like, I'll just stay at home and clean. And that's something new to me, because it's like, really? Clean?
And when I walked in there, Carol told him, hey, you got a friend here. He was a friend from your work, his name's Raphael. And he knew how much hate was involved in my life from church. He knew how much I thought God didn't exist at the time. He knew all the challenges that I had, and he was so surprised that he didn't know anything about this, that this thing was growing in me. And so when he saw me there, we both almost cried, because it's been so long for me. I feel that now that I've opened myself back up to God, I still have a long way to go, but I feel like that piece is there now.
Well, from where I am now, looking forward, I only hope to become closer.
I don't know. I'm not making any plans. It's all just happening. As long as I keep my heart open, it's all just going to happen. Whatever he has in store for me, I'm going to receive it with open arms, and I'm going to receive it with a smile. As long as he gives me the will to fight and to work, I'm going to fight and I'm going to work for him. And through him, everything else will fall back into place.